What's up, snipers? Stock Sniper Nick here, and tonight we're gonna go over our watch list for tomorrow morning, Wednesday, August 4th. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome guys. Super excited to dive in for tonight's segment. We do this watch list every single Tuesday night. What we do is go over 3 to 5 interesting movers in the OTC market. And if you really like what we got going on at the end of this, you can check out our website. We trade with a group of traders every single day at www.thestocksnipers.com. With that being said, big shout out to the team today. Shout out to everyone who made some money in the chat. Let's go ahead and let's dive into the stock that we're looking at for tomorrow morning. And this will be a good one because we got a buy tonight. We got a buy that we're going to talk about selling it tomorrow morning. So let's go ahead and let's dive in for tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, August 4th. On the left side, we got our watch list. On the right side is TD Ameritrade's Think or Swim. I'm going to start with the stock that we're in overnight, and that is this OTC penny stock FERN, FERN, the furnace. So check out the long-term chart, which is always the first chart that we like to look at before deciding if we're going to make our trade. And with this one, what we notice on the long-term chart is we noticed that the pattern is lining up pretty good with the first green day. So once we recognize the pattern, we decided we're going to go ahead and zone in on this little green day here. That's the day that we're going to talk about. But before we zone in, you know, we recognize that it's the first green day. So we recognize that we got to zone into this stock. But before we do lock in, let's see what's been going on. This stock made a nice breakout. But after it made that all-time high, it has just been dipping. It's finally showing some green going into power hour after 5 consecutive days of red. So we went ahead and zoned in on this. So let's go into the 1 day, 1 minute. Let's talk about where we bought it. Diving into the 1 day, 1 minute. This is where we saw FERN got that jump midday. After it got that jump, since it was midday and you know this stock is on such a downtrend, we decided to be patient. We didn't want to go ahead and buy this stock right away. So we waited and we waited till our time, which is power hour. Come to power hour, the stock's still holding 10%, which is nice, but nothing too crazy. As it's holding around the high of day in power hour, we go ahead and decide to put in a low ball limit at 0.0106 at 315, and then come 344, you see a big seller step in on the L2s, and you get that dip. And what's awesome for us, we were fortunate enough where it dipped all the way from 0.0115 to come fill us. We got a partial fill, but we got in at 0.0106. A pretty good spot going in overnight. And fortunately, we got some fills. We got the half fill. We didn't get the full fill, but we got the half fill. So we're 200,000 shares deep right here. Did get a little bit of a bounce into the close. Ideally, you want to see FERN gap up over this resistance that it had yesterday of 0.0118. And if it does gap up over there, ideally it'll start to push in the morning over that resistance. These first green days don't always line up perfectly with those gap ups. So if it doesn't gap up, we're up a little bit right now. We could go ahead and take it. If it starts to show weakness in the morning, we'll go ahead and secure the bag early. The next one on the list, I'm just going to go over it real quick. It's MSMY. It's a 52-week breakout. The reason why I want to bring this up is because this has been a pretty impressive July chart for this stock. And for these OTC stocks, you rarely see an uptrend like this. So the long-term chart, I mean, going back to April, it's kind of been on an uptrend. So very nice. This one also showed last time it broke out, it had a really nice continuation. So the reason it's on its watch list today, the reason why it's on our watch list, is because it lined up with the 52-week breakout this morning. And it broke out there, I think, around 2 o'clock today. And it did get a little 10% push. So pretty nice there. It's a fresh OTC breakout. It's actually a fresh all-time high for the OTC land. So we'll just go ahead and we'll keep an eye on this one. A little bit slower right now. What's interesting is the stock does have a lot of wicks. It looks like it has a tendency to dip and recover. We'll just keep an eye on this one. A good one to put on your watch list. It's been volatile in the month of July. Look at those gains. Last but not least, guys, CPSL. This was an awesome trade that we actually made last week on the first green day. And if you're brand new to this, make sure you check out last week's watch list, because we actually got to talk about this trade on last week's watch list. And we actually traded this stock from right here, 0.02 to 0.024, actually on the same day here. And now, fast forward a week later, check this out, guys. Very impressive first green day follow-up. And a lot of people in the chat was actually able to make money on the follow-up. Actually even traded this better than us. Another stock that's uptrending on the long-term chart. And when this stock continued on the second green day, it never slowed down. So look, it actually continued for 5 straight days, and it continued from that 2-cent area that we bought it all the way to 648. It actually made a new all-time high. So very impressive move. It's awesome to see this in OTC land. It's awesome to see a 300% gain in 5 days. All right, now that opportunity has came, we took advantage on that first green day. Maybe sold a little bit early, but took advantage on that first green day. Now that the stock has ran, there's no reason to be mad that you didn't hold it. Now that it has ran, let's root for it. Let's root for it. Let's root for it. It is overextended. Now when it's overextended, that means we are looking for that panic dip buy. The stock has definitely made that parabolic move, going 300% in those 4 trading days. And now let's wait patiently, because a big pullback is coming, and that is what we're waiting for here. We're waiting for a panic dip buy on CPSL. So let's see. It's just a matter of time and when it's going to happen. When the red starts, the stock hasn't gone red in a trading day since that one day. So when its stock finally goes red, I think we're going to finally see a panic. So let's keep an eye on this stock definitely throughout the week. Ideally, the panic happens tomorrow morning. So we're going to be watching to see if that panic could come in the morning minutes. And if it does, we want to see a consecutive red candle after red candle after red candle dip. We want to see it drop 20, 30, 40% to some near support. So we actually drew out some support spots that we're looking at right here at 3.8, and then it also has some support down here at 2.8. So if this does start to dip in the morning, let's lock into the L2, let's lock in on the chat, and let's see if we can get one of those panic dip buys, which was one of our biggest wins this year. Let's go get another one, snipers. Much love, everybody. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be doing this watch list video every single Tuesday night for the rest of the year. So if you guys liked it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you really liked it, hit that like button for us. And if you really, really, really liked it, we do trade every single day with a group of traders. We got a bag to finish, a job to finish with FERN tomorrow morning for my sniper crew. And then tomorrow night, it is Webinar Wednesday. So we'll be going over our week of trading together. Much love, everybody. Let's keep getting better. I'll talk to you guys next week. Sniper Nick is out.